So I'm gonna go ahead and do the recap against my own judgment, better judgment, but I'm gonna play Mike Simmons' favorite song.
We're gonna skate to one song only.
You Sammy. Sammy like the guy from Top Gun. Keep pushing.
So I ball so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me. But first, you gotta find me. What's 50 grand to a motherfucker like me? Can you?
That's all you can get from me, but yeah, I'm pretty much on a lot of drugs. But let's go ahead and do the week 2 recap if y'all can understand me. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with first one, which we kind of ended up is all right. Which my next opponent, which is Derek, Minutes of Sobriety, and your future champ Jeb. He won 110 to 98. Drew Brees did well for him. Frank Gore actually got in double digits, and Matt Forte, go figure. Mike Evans, after that week 1 not being in his Denver defense, which did good against my Cowboys. I mean, Derek did pretty good as well. Had a couple, Jordan Nelson not being in kind of hurt him. I think would have won if Jordy would have played, but it didn't. That trade worked out for him with him and Chris, where Todd Gurley did play pretty well, but it didn't, so Jeb won. Next one, I got Dookie Nacho, the self-proclaimed MVP or whatever. Too bad I beat you week 1. Just remember that. Against Josh. Josh put up 92. Chris had 108. Melvin Gordon. C.J. Anderson really did his thing. Baltimore defense. And he didn't even play Martavis Bryant, which I don't blame him. Emmanuel Sanders went off for Josh. DeMarco Murray didn't do much. Matt Ryan kind of did all right, and just came up short, which it happens. But I think Josh will rebound. And then next we got Freeman's Hibachi Grill, which is the terrorist known as Mike Salmon, versus Art, which, I think it's time to change your name to something else. I think that name is bad luck for you, just FYI. Because I love you. Alex Smith played all right for Art. Zach Ertz. Thomas is actually a better pick than I thought it was going to be. And Dak Prescott did his thing. Devontae Freeman, Michael Crabtree, Evan Ingram, was surprisingly good in that game. So he got the win. So good luck to you, Mike, to 2-0 and 0-2 for you, Art. Next, we got the Horsemen. Clinton beat Brady's Bunch, which is kind of a really close game. I thought maybe Brady's Bunch was going to pull it out, but this is what happens when you draft Adrian Peterson thinking he's the old Adrian Peterson. So that's what happened. J.J. Nelson was a great pickup for you, Brady's Bunch, but Martin, it just wasn't to fruition, buddy. Kareem Hunt did his thing again. Phillip Rivers, DeAndre Hopkins. No feeling for Thielen, because Thielen, you should have played Adams. But he still won, Clint, so kudos to you. You're a great player. Next thing we have is Antonio A. Browning High Power. My apologies. And Day Labor Dreaming, which is Chris's dad versus Nick. Nick won 106.99. Derek Carr, Ty Montgomery, Keenan Allen, Rob Gronkowski. They played great. Unfortunately, Brandon Marshall still not doing anything. He had a good lineup out there with, Winston, Fournette. Antonio Brown really didn't do anything. Alshon had more points. Go figure. You had Derrick Henry on the bench, which I was surprised that you drafted him so high anyways, Pops, but you didn't. But congratulations to you, Nick, for that win. Then we have myself versus Bruce. Very close game. We're fortunate for winning. Bruce could have picked up a different defense. He was talking about picking up Detroit, but he didn't, so I did thank him for that. He had Rodgers, Julio, Jason Witten had the highest point total. I had Cam, Jay Ajayi, and Travis Kelce come through for me in the Oakland defense. A lot of players didn't perform like LeSean McCoy, but sometimes you gotta be lucky just to get a win in these things. So that's the week 2 recap. Next thing, we're gonna go ahead and just look at the next set of games, and then we'll actually go ahead and start off with Bruce versus Dookie Nacho. So we'll see what looks like. Projections are 105.2 Dookie Nacho to Bruce's Idiocracy is Real 101.1. Looking at the matchup, it's gonna be close. I think on this one, I think I'm gonna take Bruce. Nothing against Chris. I just think he has the defenses that he's playing against with his teams. I think he has a better shot of scored more points. But I wouldn't be surprised if Chris wins either. So y'all both have really good teams. And then next we have Pure Testosterone Josh versus Your Future Champ Jeb. This is kind of tight, 93.4 for Josh and 90.7 for Jeb. I think Josh will come off the schneid, get him a W, and Jeb will go down to Chinatown. Nothing against you, Jeb, but you know, last year you talked crap to me, so I talked a little bit crap to you, so it's all good. Still love you. And then next we got the Four Horsemen against, Art. I don't even want to call it by that name anymore because I need you to change your name. It's a rule now. He has Art's trying to rebound from losing David Johnson. Things happen. I've been there before. Four Horsemen, was skated to win 107.3, 96.8. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Four Horsemen. Looks like he has a better squad at this point. I mean, he's pretty loaded. Mariota, Bell, Hunt, Hopkins. Maybe not Hopkins, but Walker, McCaffrey, Simeon, and Crowell. The next matchup is Freeman's Hibachi Grill versus A. Browning High Power, which is Pops. I would say that very close matchup. I'm going to go ahead and pick Pops on this one slightly, even though he's slated to lose. I just think Pops will pull it out just because Mike Salmon kept asking me to do it. So next one here is Brady's Bunch versus Day Labor Dreaming. Derek Carr, Tom Brady is going to be a pretty good matchup. I don't know why you still have Adrian Peterson starting against the Carolina defense. So I'm going to take Nick for the win, and you're going to lose Martin. I'm telling you, just get rid of him, please. Start Jamal Charles. And come here, Jalen. See the man in the hour. Wow. Sorry. Going to help me finish up the recap. It's going to be me, Clayton Bigsby. Look no further against Menace to Sobriety. Right now, I'm slated to have 108.5 to his 105.3. Probably going to go ahead and say that I may pull out the W. I feel good about it, but if I lose, I wouldn't feel too bad. Right, Jalen? Both have pretty good teams. Got a lot of players playing on Thursday night, so that will probably dictate what will happen. But regardless, everybody has good teams, except for Mike Salmon and Art. Art lost David Johnson and traded 2 picks, but that's besides the point. So that's it. I was forced to do this. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm gonna finish playing the music and we're gonna be out, right, Jim?
Can you please remind me? Ball so hard, the craze. Y'all don't know that don't phase. And that's to go 0 for 82 when I look at you like you the gravy. Ball so hard, where we ain't even Pope be here. Ball so hard since we here. It's only right that we be